So I'm sure you've heard the term "mo money, mo problems." While that may be true in personal life sometimes, in business it's completely the opposite. It's actually mo problems, mo money. Stay tuned and I'll explain. Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Graylan Stewart. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. So my channel is all about wholesaling real estate. We wholesale houses all day, every day. That is our number one exit strategy. But our business is sales and marketing. We acquire properties at a discount, and then that gives us options to actually resell those for a higher profit. And it also gives us the option to fix and flip them if we choose, or to buy and hold them for rental properties. But our number one strategy is wholesaling real estate. But today's video is about exactly what my shirt says: mo problems, mo money. So you've often heard, people say, mo money, mo problems, which can be true if you don't know how to handle your money or, in your personal life and things like that. But in business, it's completely opposite. So what I mean is when you have a real business, every business, if you really think about it, is kind of founded on the fact that you have a solution that you can offer someone. So there's a reason that you go to the grocery store occasionally, right? It's because you need groceries. So your issue is that you're hungry. You've got to eat, right? So the grocery stores solve that problem. Therefore, in the grocery store's point of view, if you have a problem, they can solve it. So mo problems, mo money, right? So that's the same thing in any type of business if you really think about it. Wholesaling is probably even more so, because our entire goal as a wholesaling company is to solve sellers' problems, okay? So what kind of problems do sellers have? There's a bunch of them. Sellers might be going through a divorce. So how can we solve that problem? No, we're definitely not, therapists or anything like that, and we're not trying to be. But the way that we can solve that problem is typically, if they are going through a divorce, they're going to have to sell their house. Why do they have to sell? Well, they have to sell because not only is the house in the husband and the wife's name, and now they're separating, not becoming one anymore. They're two different people. They got to get that house out of their names. Or another reason is they're splitting up all their assets. So maybe the house is free and clear, and so it's in both their names, but they want their money, right? So they got to sell it so they can split the money. So those are two good reasons right there why they have to sell their house. And us as wholesalers provide that solution, because what do? We buy houses for cash. And oftentimes, they want to sell it quickly. Sometimes people aren't in a hurry as much, but at the same time, if we can really solve that problem for them, then it's a win-win situation, and we make more money because we did solve their problem, okay? So what's another reason a seller might have to sell? Maybe they're behind on property taxes. Now here's a side note. If someone's behind on their property taxes, you might wonder how that's even possible, because you and I that have a mortgage, typical mortgage, your property taxes are escrowed through your mortgage company, right? So if somebody's behind on property taxes, what do you think that means? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means that typically these houses are 100% free and clear. So they've either lived there forever and ever, and they just finally paid it off. And once it paid off, obviously property taxes are no longer escrowed. Therefore, they have to remember to pay those taxes every year. But in a lot of cases, they may have lived there a long time, but it wasn't theirs. Maybe it was their mom's or whatever, and they've just lived there all these years and didn't realize there's anything to pay because, hey, mom and dad passed away years ago, and the house is paid off, so I don't have anything to worry about. Little do they know there's still property taxes they have to pay. But the moral of the story is, on delinquent taxes, is they're usually free and clear houses, and that's how they end up becoming delinquent in taxes, because they don't pay their taxes. So how do we help those people? We solve that problem by, hey, let me buy your property. We can take care of, don't worry about all the taxes that are due. we will go ahead and pay for that at closing once we purchase your property, and then therefore you are solving their problem. Therefore you make more money, right? So that's the whole goal in wholesaling real estate, in any kind of entrepreneurship, any business out there really is, that's how businesses and why they even exist, because you're solving some sort of problem for someone else, okay? So we're not any different. We just have different kinds of problems that we deal with, not just divorce and tax delinquents, but oftentimes it's an inherited home, for example, somebody's parents died. Maybe they live in California. Their parents might have lived in Vermont. Obviously, they don't want a property in Vermont because they can't take care of it. But not only that, they now have to pay for the property taxes, the maintenance on the house if there's any issues coming along. If they do end up having a tenant, they're going to have to deal with the tenant. If it's vacant, it's even more of an issue, because now they've got lawn maintenance to do. They've got the city kind of on them if it gets overgrown, or if there's trash laying around or anything like that. If the house becomes dilapidated, the city sends them fines. So that's a huge problem for a lot of people. Not only did they not want another house, but it's not even where they live. They just want the money, right? So oftentimes, if you can solve that problem, get rid of that entire headache, then you're going to make more money, obviously. So this whole video is about, obviously, it's mo problems, mo money. And that is exactly my point. If you really think about any scenario, that's true in every way. So I would always argue that's more of a true statement than mo problems, more money, right? So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully there was some value in that, but that's just kind of my 2 cents and my thoughts. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think, because maybe your mindset is different, and that's okay. God made us all, we're all different, and that's cool. It's cool to have different perspectives, different views on things. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. So anyways, if you stuck around this long, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it already, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Thanks a lot.